yeah, Dan said he will be joining us for when he gets back from work.
Oh yeah, there's a whole list of potions as well.
I saw that, but potions being one-time usage, I've kind of been like, I'm just going to not think about them. Because do you know how long I've had that Avatar of Fire tonic in my bag? And every time I think about using it, I'm like, well, I mean, it's only a one-time thing. I'm not built for that. I need something that's reusable.
That's so fair.
And it hurts me as much as it hurts everyone else, to be clear.
No, it's fine. I also hoard sort of like one use things. I might need that like some point down the line. Then campaign ends and I'll be like, still got it, baby.
All D&D parties are like that. Like all of them. It doesn't matter. There'll always be a moment of like, oh, we're managing this. We're fine. Okay, so we don't need to use this right now. And yeah. Anyway. Hello everyone. Welcome to Crabby D&D. I am here with my players, Ellie. You alright there?
Mid-yawn. yeah, you caught me like mid-yawn.
Kirv.
Hello.
Mortar isn't here yet. Sorry, I'm still waking up. Romulus.
Hello.
He is back. And Vinny.
Hello.
Yes, as you may be able to tell, I have just woken up. It was a good nap. It is also... Yeah, it's also very untimely 10 minutes before D&D, so we are starting a little late, but that's okay. So, let's get a reminder of where we were. Welcome back, everyone. Last session, our party of adventurers. Ellie, Carvern, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus, and Vinny went to Wizardcon. There, they got settled in and their group wandered around, buying various supplies, watching the preparations and the putting up of tents, and, in some cases, preparing to duel. Now, let's return to see just what we're getting into. So, let's begin with... Well, Ellie, you teleported off to Zakers, didn't you?
Yeah, because I'd go talk quickly to the architect.
Mm-hmm. So, in which case, Romulus, your day in Marasmere so far has been mostly just running around after Ellie. You got yourself settled within the tavern there, or the inn there, sorry. Which I need to remind myself the name of. If someone beats me to it, then you can have inspiration, but...
What, the inn we're staying at?
Yep. So I got to load the right document and stuff. The Creaky Buzzard. There we go. Getting yourself set up at the Creaky Buzzard, Ellie has been rushing around buying various things. Supplies, magical supplies, components, all sorts of bits and pieces. And you've seen lots of individuals going about kind of the business of setting up tents, setting up what might be needed. At one point, while Ellie was perusing some supplies, Vinny approached and gave you a snakeskin wrap and the Nevermelt ice cream. So you got to enjoy a little bit of food, courtesy of Vinny grabbing those. Snow globes, that's what they were called. Before he and Carvern wandered off. You are currently back at the Creaky Buzzard. You're outside, you've dropped off the necessary supplies, Ellie has teleported off to Zakers and left you kind of in the lurch in the middle of the street. Is there anything in particular you'd like to do? You know where Kirv and Mortar are. They're by the large tents, kind of near the big top. And Vinny, you know... you don't exactly know where Vinny is, but they were wandering around nearer the bridge last you knew.
Right. Well, I think that I would not be opposed to going to the Bank of Iron to get out my banked money,
Mhm.
as potentially I have things I would like to purchase.
Okay. Heading off to the central market area, getting to the Bank of Iron, withdrawing some money. What would you like to withdraw?
I believe I should have uh, 346 platinum pieces banked currently,
Okay.
and as the interest rates are abysmal, I presume that has not changed.
Correct.
I, I should like to take it all out with the intention of purchasing magical items and also perhaps some fresh ingredients.
Okay. With the quantity of them that you are, of items that you're removing, being the higher factor here, you will need to pay the 1 gold fee for the casting of the spell, because that is a required component of the Bank of Iron.
Mhm.
So, forking over 1
Mhm.
gold to withdraw your money, you move off. What were you specifically looking for again, sorry?
First of all, magical items, which I believe have been located by other members of the party.
True.
And I would also like to look for any places that I could purchase ingredients for my cooking.
Okay. Looking about, I will say, being here in the main market area first, you don't know where the magic items stall has been set up yet. You know, or you don't know that your other party members, some of your party members, have found it yet, as of yet, until reconvene in the evening. But you have had a long wander and you haven't seen them yet.
Mhm.
As it stands, on your journeys around, you have happened upon various places that are selling a variety of ingredients. Some are seemingly more meant for magic components, but you've had a few ideas. Others are very much just your more typical ingredients from all over. Which one do you think you'll investigate first?
Well, I should like to have a look for some ice crystals for the creation of the honeycomb from the recipe cards provided to me by the Ice King. I should also
No.
like to potentially try and locate some good red wine and ingredients for the red wine bourguignon.
Okay. So, looking for... But with both of those things on your docket, go ahead and roll me your choice of perception or investigation.
Oh, you are well aware that it is not going to be investigation.
No? You sure?
Perception, if it pleases the court.
That's alright. Go ahead and give us that d20 roll.
Let's go. Roll and roll and roll and roll and roll and roll, roll and roll.
No.
Oh, that's upsetting. 11.
11. Looking around, getting the red wine is not necessarily easy per se, but in the main market block and kind of around the area where people are beginning to set up their natural stalls, you are noticing that there are all kinds of things that you could pick up. Something that the party may not have been interested previously, but something that I will still note now for you. There are lots of individuals selling varieties of fish, varieties of meat, varieties of fruit and vegetables that are grown locally, various cheeses, various milks and creams, various textiles, and the people here who aren't necessarily teleporting in or journeying here for the purposes of Wizardcon are still utilizing this to sell their wares in this regard. As you're looking about through them, you do see, as you're kind of wandering about, one particular stall has what looks to be kegs and beers that are, or kegs and bottle racks that are being set up at this time. And where this is mainly the setup day, there isn't necessarily anything for sale, but the person is working. You can see there are a few individuals on hand, kind of moving kegs into place, rolling them, kind of just and leaving them to one side for a moment, as others are setting up the table, putting out kind of mugs and stuff. And where it's just a little bit past midday at this time, reaching kind of early afternoon, you look at it and you assume that they'll probably be available as it gets further to the evening when people might be celebrating.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind for a little later on. I think I'll have a look at the meats and vegetables and some basics like maybe some corn flour, perhaps some onions and garlic, those sorts of things. You know, just the basics that you can use to make a lot of different things.
Yeah. Looking about, there are there's not necessarily a lot of vegetable and fruit vendors and meat vendors, but there are enough of them that you can see that you've seen a few on your travels, and you can see mainly they're concentrated around the marketplace as individuals are selling local produce. As you step up and have a look through, there are varieties of cuts of lamb, beef, pork, chicken, other more gamey meats like roosters, well, not roosters, pheasants, there we go, that's what the name is.
Rabbit?
Rabbit as well, yeah, along with various, actually, I'll have you roll a d20 for this specifically. High roll is better. Okay. So,
what was this again? Perception?
No. This was just a roll to see what sort of things might be there. So for the most part, you look around and you can see that it's just your worldly type of meats. There aren't any monster meats specifically on this stand or in this area.
That's fair.
Yeah. You do know there's an adventuring guild in town, though, so if there's any way you're going to find them, it's probably going to be near there.
Generally, do monster meats taste better, or is it a matter of personal taste?
Matter of personal taste. They're mostly quite gamey and quite strong. So it'll be like if you were to compare, say, for example, probably cow versus bear or ox, for example. So one can be quite gamey and pungent to a degree, but if you can manage and deal with the scents and the flavors, then it can be quite nice.
Okay. Do I know of any cow monsters that aren't Minotaurs?
Aurochs would be the closest thing.
Okay. Are they common?
They're not uncommon, but they're also not ranched. They are wild for the most part. And with Marasmere being quite central to a lot of settlements around here, it might be harder to get that sort of thing. But there's always a possibility.
Okay. I think I will get some nicely. I'll stick with normal ingredients for the moment. If we come across anything fancy whilst we're out and about, I'm happy to, make it into ingredients. But there's no reason for me to seek out fancy ingredients for something that I can make myself with probably cheaper ingredients just as easily. Okay, so I would like to pick up some nicely marbled beef. If I can get a hold of it, I would go for brisket or sirloin cuts. Some lamb, preferably a lamb shank. And let's go for some goat. I think a goat leg would be ideal. Gonna use the bones for broth.
Mm.
Okay. Getting this much meat and some of it being good cut, I'll say that if you're getting, are you getting all of them or just a select few?
I'm getting I'm getting enough for to feed the party a meal of
Okay.
each.
So I'll say this will cost you 5 gold for the different, some of them being very good cuts of meat, some of them being ones that are going to kind of enough poundage that it will last potentially multiple meals as you're going about it, and some still on the bone. So as you can say, you can make broth, you can still use them, but we are talking quite a lot of meat. We're referring to what might be considered more like a whole uncut rack of ribs for a barbecue sort of thing. This is a lot of meat and poundage that you're picking up here. So 5 gold
That's absolutely fine by me.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. I'm going to pick up some other ingredients, and I'm just going to rattle them off, and you just give me a rough estimate of how much that's going to be. Onion, carrots. I'm pretty good on seasoning. Potatoes, garlic, mushrooms, preferably chestnut, but I'm easy. For the onions, I would also take shallots. Lemons or lime if they have them. Not many, just like 1 or 2.
Yep.
It's mostly so I can make a concentrate for it. And let me have a think. Some cream and some cheese.
Okay, that will cost you mental math
and
wise.
butter, for God's sake, butter.
Butter. Okay. For cheese, are you looking for a lot of cheese or just a little bit of cheese?
Something that's fairly hard wearing, like a good cheddar.
Okay.
Or something, but it's not like a full wheel of it. It's like a little. It's a
But
good wedge.
it's like a quarter wedge sort of thing.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Enough that I can use it as an ingredient, but not enough that I could make cheese on crackers for everyone.
Okay. 1 silver, 7 copper.
Cool. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to break a gold. That's always annoying.
Oh no. You'll be glad to know I discovered something on 5e Tools though, which I didn't realize existed. So I'm gonna have to start.
Oh yeah.
Letting you have some fun with this. When you're on 5e Tools, if you type in recipe, there's an entire page of D&D recipes, including the different things that you need for it, and the instructions of how to cook it.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
It's over multiple different books. We've got Hero's Feast, Flavors of the Multiverse, Hero Feast, The Deck of Many Morsels, and Puncheons and Flagons. So for those 4 books, thank you very much. You have provided me with the ability to go what recipes or what food is available in a tavern, and then I just get to roll for it now because there's 100 recipes here, and some of them are great. Let's see. Tavern steak, also known as a burger. But you can make it with dill sauce, you can make it with olive and fig sauce, you can make it just has a list of ingredients for it. Yeah, even recommend. By the looks of it as well, this is these are actual functional recipes for the real world as well. So
incredible.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to have a peruse through these at a later date or see what there is. Anyway, enough tangents.
I think some of those books are the actual cookbooks that they do.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, good to know.
Most games and brands and stuff wind up with one eventually, but D&D feels more appropriate than most.
Yes, I would agree.
How about some Barovian butterscotch pudding? Huh?
Oh, yes, please. That sounds great.
We will peruse this later. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just picking up some good ingredients that can be spread out over a lot of things, and I've picked up meats that should go really well with wine, since I'm planning on picking some later. So expect heavy, hearty meals for a while, guys.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, with that in mind, then you go about buying a number of these ingredients. Doesn't take too long till you hear a pop nearby, followed by the clatter of Ellie, 2 elementals, and a dragon, as she uses her recall spell that she has specifically tied to you from the magic item.
Oh, good, you're back.
And the people in the street immediately scatter to the untoward teleportation in the middle of the food market. Not necessarily
Don't
in
worry,
panic.
She's unlikely to harm you. I was going to say harmless, but that's just not true.
Hey, I can be harmless. Mostly. Anyway, what you getting?
Oh, just some ingredients. I wanted to have a go at making that bourguignon recipe. I've not yet got the wine, but I'll get it, don't you worry. I was going to... It's a type of rich wine-based stew. You'll like it.
Will it have meat?
Yes, unless you don't want it to.
No, I want it to.
Okay, then yes.
Okay, cool. For some reason, since, the whole change, meat. Oh, meat. Anyway, checked out anything?
I was about to go searching for the magic shop/stall to try and potentially purchase some items for myself or the party.
Oh, okay. Sure, we can go do that. If you need some gold, I'm quite happy to help out, though I do need to go to the bank if I do.
I have gotten out my own money, and I'm hoping that will be enough, but knowing the pricing of magic items, I suspect we may need a hefty sum. I shall attempt to locate... do I know where Vinny would be at the moment?
Last you knew, he was around the food stand, which isn't far from here. You can see it from your current location. It is near the centre of town, around here. If you don't happen to find Vinny, I will ask you where you would like to generally go in the city. At which point we will then move you to there and you can do an investigation check accordingly. Obviously, Ellie, you have insider knowledge as to where it is, so we'll just see if Romulus manages to randomly wander upon it without the aid of others.
I shall look about for Vinny, and if not, then we shall make our way to the magic stall. If you have any way to contact Vinny, Ellie, I would appreciate it. For no meta reason whatsoever, I just feel like it would be helpful to have him there. Anyway.
Heading to the
perception or...
Yep, perception. Heading to the food area, you can see that a large number of tables and chairs have been set up here. You can see that in this particular area is...
dicks. 9.
Okay. Looking around, you can see there's a lot of people currently sat around here enjoying food, enjoying drinks. You see all of the little dragon familiar servants just flying around, grabbing kind of trays or delivering them with food and drink to various adventurers, townsfolk, and a variety of mages. At this time, it seems that school has broken, and so there seems to be a long line of parents with kids currently all lined up outside in preparation to buy some sweet treats or try some of the food itself. as the main owner of
You
it.
do see Romulus go a little bit like, you know when those people that like see a kid and they go, "Oh, they're so small." Like you
Mhm.
just see that look flash across Romulus's face.
Yeah, a lot of them are small, even the parents compared to you. But
You just get like, I remember when you were that small. And like Haley's like, you didn't know me. Shut up! You're ruining the moment.
I
but
don't remember ever being that small.
but there are as a reminder, you are in not Beastland. Is it Beastlands? I can't remember now. Yeah, Beastlands territory.
Yeah, it is.
Notes from campaign 1 are mixing with campaign 2 notes. It's not helpful. But yeah, you are in Beastlands territory, so a lot of the people here are, and given your proximity to the capital for the Centaurs, this is a mostly Centaur or kind of predominant town. There are a number of skin shifters, there are dwarves, half-elves and humans throughout here, or the regional equivalent, so Humes, half-Ishlands and Dwar. But they're the more prominent ones here. There are a handful of Minotaurs, and the wizards that come from all over tend to have a bit more of a variety to them. Yeah, exactly. You don't see Vinny anywhere. You don't see Cover either, which would be a telltale sign as to where they are. But you can see there are a lot of people enjoying food and drink, and you can potentially partake as well if you would like to, or you can move on in search of the magic items tent.
I would like to move on, thingy, but first things first, I want to grab like a. You know, sometimes you go to festivals, you can get like the large turkey drumsticks or something.
Mm-hmm.
I want to grab a.
Oh, the ones wrapped in bacon. Yes.
Yeah, I want to go and like grab a drumstick or something while we're wandering around.
Okay. What? You've got the menu there. What do you?
Oh, gosh darn.
Have we got the menu? Hold on.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you do.
It's
Yeah.
towards the bottom.
So something in the savoury one may
What would this be?
may land this. So what do you think it will be?
I don't know what any of this is. Just give me some meat. Just give me a leg of meat. That's all I want.
Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna try and intuit this.
Mm-hmm.
Fire rocks, absolutely not. Mystery egg, no. Snake wraps, we already know what that is. Rock's nest for me feels eggy, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's eggy, yeah. Vampire bites are skewers. But vampire doesn't really say turkey leg to me. Swampy Tangle comes in a bowl, so it can't be that. Treasure chest and the mimic and the corset cauldron and the loot pile, those are none of those feel like they are the right thing. Golden Glory is a type of skewer, so that's maybe a possible. I feel like there's maybe like a meat and veg skewer. The Ishlan Exquisite is very expensive. The Noble Platter is a platter. I would say the only things that it could be on here are either the Vampire Bites or the Golden Glory. How'd I do, Chris?
You say Golden Glory. Am I missing where I put that on my list?
Underneath the loot
It's in the
pile,
savory.
above the Ishlan Exquisite.
Oh, there it is. Yes. Both of those are skewered meats.
Yeah!
So yeah.
I'm normal.
All right.
No, you're fine.
I'm
when I was
buying
going through this, you have hit pretty much all of it on the head, with the exception of the mimic, which is a burger. Where it's assembled in such a way to look like a mimic, with a kind of a lolling out tongue and teeth made out of onions and stuff like that.
You know
right.
what? That's actually pretty fun. I can't lie. That is fun.
Okay, what's on which? Which has got more of the meat, less the vegetables?
I feel like Vampire Bite's got to have like red sauce over it, right?
Yes, it does. And Golden Glory has honey glazed, rubbed with spices. So both of them are meat only. Vampire
Cool.
Bites.
You buy one of each.
Okay. So one of each. That's 1 gold per skewer, I believe. Yep.
Oh no. Go. You might as well go for 3 gold pieces.
Yeah, I was gonna spend 6 gold pieces and get 10 skewers.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right. Can I try one of each?
You can have like a
Nibble.
I suppose.
How about-
just hands over. Hands over one of each.
It's the
I've
dad
got 8
tax.
skewers. Dad
Yeah.
tax.
Yep, correct. Yay.
So, getting these, the Vampire Bites, like stated, are fried meat skewers drizzled with a blood-looking sauce. The composition of the sauce, I'll say, Romulus, go ahead and roll me a Constitution check to see if you can discern the exact listing of what is in here. There are some obvious ingredients, and there are some less obvious ones.
I don't suppose I could be cheeky and see if I could add my cook's utensils proficiency to this.
I'll allow the proficiency on top of the Constitution check, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Woohoo. Right, let me just get back to the dice. You know what? I've been having no luck with this dice. It's time to go over to the D20 dice.
Switch over to the other one. That's much better.
There we go. That is a 33.
33 on a Constitution check to discern ingredients. Love it. That's why I play
Yep.
D&D.
I love it. It's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. Having the fried meat skewer, you kind of taste it, and you kind of inspect the sauce. You can taste the notes of kind of subtle bits of chili powder, honey, giving it a bit of sweetness, tomato, giving it a subtle bit of acidity as it's all kind of mixed together. But there's something at the back of your throat which doesn't feel like chili. It feels hotter. And you've only had it maybe once or twice before in the occasional meal, and it's not a common ingredient. But the fire blossom flower can be dried and ground into a powder that is used for seasoning. And it adds a chili adjacent where it has more of a heating effect on someone. So adding a layer of warming someone up as opposed to it spicing and making it overwhelmingly spicy like a hot chili pepper might.
I'm gonna be like a wine connoisseur going like, I'm detecting notes of and like I think I'm going to start saying, and do I detect a hint of fireball in there? And like I think this may be a moment where the person in charge of the stall is like, you shut your mouth right now. Giving away all my damn secrets.
Oh, Dan, hello.
Yo.
Hiya.
I can't hear the bedings for people joining Discord while streaming, so just out of nowhere a Dan appears.
Aha! 'Tis I. I was in the sauce.
That's worrying.
It's been a weird day.
Mortar just kind of pops out of a pot in the back. Ah! Covered in sauce. Okay. The other one, the Golden Glory, as you have it is mainly from what you can tell, a same sort of meat used for this, so probably some form of just kind of off-cut of meat of beef or something similar. The meat itself is pan-fried, from what you can tell, with kind of a honey or syrup mixture that it's otherwise glazed or cooked in and then glazed in, giving it kind of this exterior kind of crispy, kind of sticky softness to it as well. As you're tasting it, you're noting that there is honey in here, but there also seems to be some form of tree sap that is being utilized from a particular tree. Maybe regional, maybe secret, you're not entirely sure. You can't tell necessarily what kind of tree it is, but it does open the way to, there are a lot of kinds of trees that could potentially provide a form of sap that would have the right kinds of sugars in them if processed correctly. Given...
So I'm getting the sense it's kind of like a maple syrup variant.
Yeah,
Type
exactly.
deal.
Yeah. So,
Incredible.
yeah, maple syrup variant. While
This was
also
made by Canadians.
while also picking up the what seem to be notes of a variety of spices. You're able to pick out most of them with the kind of a prominent mix similar to Chinese 5 spice. Adding I don't know the specifics of what are in Chinese 5 spice, but something similar to that, where you've got the kind of a little bit of the punch and the tang to it when you bite into it.
Star anise, ginger,
Cloves?
cloves, probably.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, so you enjoy these and manage to discern what might be in them and part of them, and very much enjoyable, very nice and very welcoming as you're kind of wandering with these, and Ellie as well. Go ahead and make an investigation or perception check, the two of you. And what area are you going to head to, Romulus? So generally,
because I am still I am still wanting to, looking around for Vinny, and I've thought of something that may be able to bring us together, even though I cannot see him currently.
Mm-hmm.
And send him a sending if you want.
We can do that too, but I'll try this first, and I'm just going to call out very loudly, using the full force of Romulus's lungs. Has anyone seen an unreasonably attractive red tiefling with a large dragonborn? Dragonkin? What do we call them now?
Dragonborn's close enough. I can't remember. Draconian. There we
Okay. Go. Draconian.
Romulus having a senior moment.
What do we call
Back
them?
in my
Are they
day.
Dragonborn? That's what they used to be called when I was younger. Okay, go ahead and roll me a Constitution check, please.
I'm much better at that, except it doesn't matter if I get a shit roll. Oh, come on, load, you silly thing. Good. That's a 17.
17. You bellow this out. Vinny and Carverne, you're enjoying a nice peaceful moment at this kind of this memorial site in the graveyard, kind of just under the tree, saying your kind of just looking at the kind of the candle as the flame kind of flickers, and you hear this bellow, as Top Gear would say, of a wild animal off in the distance, shouting for you and Carver, and you recognize it as Romulus instantly. You also hear the sounds of kind of more so people replying, as there are adventuring groups here, and there are a number of them who do have tieflings among them, and as a result, and do have draconians among them, and as a result are replying like, hey, I may not be red, but I'm attractive, and things like that, or who's asking, things like that. Few jibes here and there, more of just a bit of fun. Otherwise, people are looking around, and a group of guards do approach you, Romulus, and they're like, have you lost some individuals? Do you need help finding them? And then they notice Ellie, and then they kind of just lightly bow towards Ellie, realizing who she is.
I like how God, I wish my situation was more recognizable. I mean, I kind of don't, because that comes with its own problems, but God, it would be nice just once. Anyway, yeah. My friends are visiting the city. We've become somewhat. They're not in any danger. No one is in any trouble. It is just a matter of trying to locate my friends in order to continue on with the planned activities of the day. Apologies for any disruption caused, but well, it was either this or just go wandering around for many hours.
I'd say return to...
Send a sending.
But God looks at Romulus and then looks at Ellie after she says that. It's like, you have the means of
Well, why
finding
didn't
your
you say
friends.
that earlier?
And then
I think she did.
wanders off, just like shaking his head, like, oh, okay.
Now I'm the parent. Let's
No,
go
no,
find your
it's
friends.
It's much funnier when the dad is like, "Oh, you should have said that earlier." It's like, I did 12 times. I don't know what you're talking about.
You just turn around to see like a very unamused look on Ellie's face. And then as we're all the same, all of her elementals also have the exact same expression.
It's unnerving to
It's
see
like-
4 sets of eyes just turn to look at you, all look disappointed at the same time, Romulus, and it gets to you in a weird way, but at the same time, you're kind of proud that you managed to circumvent this situation.
You know what? I'm gonna make it worse. What's that, Ellie? You want the vegetarian option for dinner? Well, if you insist.
I imagine nothing worse. Okay, I'm gonna send a sending to Vinny.
Okay.
Romulus is screaming for you. Meet at magic item stall. Please.
Oh.
There's a few moments delay, and yes, I heard. I'll be there shortly.
You see, Ellie spits out a little bit of food, just that takes her off guard. He'll meet us there.
Vinny's going to wait a few more moments at the memorial, and then Leia.
You did interrupt a sensitive moment from him.
And,
We had no idea.
and then we'll lay a hand on Carver's shoulder. I'd better head off, but feel free to stay as long as you like.
They're looking for both of us, so might as well go with. So, did they say where we're meeting, or we just going towards the sound
Magic
of screaming?
item shop.
Oh. Good. Let's head off then.
Ellie called. I think there's been a bit of a miscommunication.
Ah.
Although, in general, head towards the sound of screaming is probably a good way to find particularly those two.
Noted.
That's so valid.
There's a kind of just a general smile, kind of breaking the kind of the solemnness of the moment as the two of you head off towards the magic item store. Ellie, you said you're going to meet them there. Where are you headed?
We stumbled across it because it was up north, or someone said it was up north. I'm pretty sure while we were running around and
Okay.
stuff, and I said, "Oh, we've got to come back for that."
So you're going to head up north. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I will also be attempting to look around to find it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be looking around.
Make me
basically.
a
And also
perception check,
gonna
the two of you,
check.
as you
Oh.
wander up north. And I'll
Use it,
move.
Jeff. It begins with P.
Okay, that's fine. I'll tell you this now, neither of you are succeeding because you went the completely opposite direction to where Vinny's just gone.
Well, okay, that's an 11.
Communication in this team is impeccable today. Just as well your lives aren't in danger.
Oh
Ellie, I
no!
thought you
I
said
know
you
where
knew
I'm
where
going.
it was.
We're going north. We're going to the materials component. Thing.
Yeah, you are. You go to the
Well,
magic
fine, 'cause I
material
need-
components instead of the magic
Okay,
items.
That's fine, I
okay,
need to-
so where are the
I'm gonna
magic
grab my
items?
ruby quick.
Oh God.
I forgot. But that's entirely on me.
Whilst she's doing that, I'm gonna do something, and the moment it has to be when she's not in range. Like it has to be when she can't hear me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to someone and ask for directions.
I don't think that's so valid.
Okay, so while Ellie's shopping and getting material components for casting spells, Vinny, you're waiting at the magic item store, and it's been about 5 minutes. They haven't shown up yet. It's like, okay, they'll show up eventually, I'm sure. Still very kind of isolated, and there aren't many people around here at this time. You know that for the most part, the magic item store hasn't. Well, it's set up, but it's kept itself away so that certain people may be able to find it on the first day without there being a rush of individuals. You're waiting and you're
I
waiting.
see.
You don't see your friends.
Damn it. Where are the goddamned? I guess. Nope, I have no way to do this other than asking directions. Fuck. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead and roll me a survival check as you go and ask for directions. I'm going to say the DC for this is 30 because the location of the magic item stall is currently very unknown. Because they've chosen.
So I need a 20 for this.
Yes.
So my only option is a 20.
Yes.
Right.
Incredible. Okay. Fine, I guess.
You can do it. We rolled like 4 natural
well-
20s last session. It's fine.
While he does that, I'm gonna send another send into Vinny. Actually, where is this stall?
14.
While Romulus can't hear me.
Yeah. Well, as the two of you have separated a little bit, Romulus has kind of wandered off, looking around for the stall, and then starts asking for directions. People are like, I don't know, I haven't seen a stall for magic items. And people are kind of suggesting different places, and you're like, oh, thank you. And then you ask like the next person who looks like a wizard nearby, and they're like, oh, let us know if you see it. But they have no idea where it is, and just no one seems to know. Ellie, you send ascending. First off, I completely forgot we need to do this. Go ahead and roll me wild magic for the first ascending, and then you'll need to roll it again for the second one. You're fine.
Good.
Okay. So, what do you send to Vinny? Where is the magic stool item? Or magic item store?
Actually, we're lost. Where is the magic item stall?
Okay. Vinny, on the other hand, before replying, gives it a deep sigh, but a bit of a wry smile. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, it's right on the south, just by where the pavilion is. It's
Yep. Right next to where the pavilion
Yeah.
is on the riverfront.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, south of the city, on the east bank of the river.
Right. Okay. I will quickly just grab the components. I imagine I was sending in between, like, that and some of these and some of that. Send the sending. Here's the money. I'm going to now collect Romulus and then go. So I picked up my emerald, picked up 500 incense, 4 ivory sticks. So I've got enough to cast 2 legend floors.
Okay. Alright, you two collect one another, wander off. Takes a few minutes to get there, but you do rush to not keep Vinny waiting. As you eventually kind of wander off through a number of the streets and eventually reach at what looks to be kind of this large green clearing. There's a pavilion again, kind of on the edge of the waterfront. You can see it's generally quite an open space. And you can also see there is a large kind of cart caravan that has been set up with kind of multiple sections of it opened up and individuals selling magic items. It is not heaving. And because you have got it on the first day, the same opportunity will be invoked as it was for Vinny. You may, at your leisure, look through all magic items on the entirety of the list of magic items for the allowed books, and you may that are very rare or lower, and you may attempt to purchase an item of that type. So even if it's not on the list,
I wish you told me this before now.
I didn't know you were going to get that.
Damn. That's hefty.
I got a folding boat.
Yeah.
I got to tell you. Sorry, that is a statement just got me. Fucking hell.
I got a folding
Can
boat.
I confirm? I got a folding. Can I confirm which books that is?
You are looking at the Dungeon Master's Guide 2014, Fizban's Treasury of Dragons, the Monster Manual, Mordecai's Tome of Foes, The Player Handbook 2014, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, Volo's Guide to Monsters, and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Those are the ones that I have as listed. If you are using 5e tools, I think I can copy the filter. I will double check.
If you can, I'd love it. But if not, I'm getting it done. So, Dungeon Master's Guide 2014.
Yep, Dungeon Master's Guide, Fizzbands, Monster Manual, Player Handbook, Mordecai's Tome of Foes, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, Volo's Guide, and Xanathar's Guide.
Oh god, there's so many. Tasha's, you said?
Yep.
God, there's so many thes. The Book of Many Things?
No. So it's just
No.
Tasha's under T, and then it goes to Volo's and
Where the
Xanathar's.
fuck is Tash? There it is. Okay, I've got Monster Manual. Which one of Mordenkainen's was it?
Tome of Foes.
Tome of Foes. Where are you? Skag?
No. We dropped Skag after Campaign 1.
Cool, okay.
There we go. So if people
Okay,
want
so
to utilize the same searching settings for items, I've posted them in the Discord using 5e tools. That is not sponsored. 5e tools is just great.
Hello. I was. Okay, yeah, but don't be a narc.
Yeah, exactly. They're good.
Hear me? Don't be a narc. If you listen to this, don't be a narc. You're
Yeah.
better than that.
Exactly. People might not be listening to us. There is currently... Oh, no, the ad break is starting in a minute and a half. Okay. But yeah, so you'll have time to look through all of this, but that's fine. That gives us the perfect opportunity to turn to other party members. Just so that you're aware, the prices are set by me, and run the items by me first if you feel like any... When it comes to choosing them. So, when Simon sent me a list of the ones that he wanted. Very rare or lower, correct. Any which are like unknown as to what rarity they might be, skip them, because those ones are usually like story specific, so just ignore those. They're like they're the variant ones. Otherwise it will just have the basic specific ones listed. Yeah. Anyway, you peruse that. In the meantime, Dan, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As
my fault.
as you and Kirv are otherwise kind of you're at the kind of around the central area of the big top. You've gone over to the dueling area and you've booked in a slot for in 2 hours, but you specifically were going to be watching the dueling demonstration, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
So we know what's allowed.
Yeah. As the dueling demonstration is kind of given, you can see that there are 2 individuals within this kind of simple fenced off perimeter, kind of wooden posts and rope between them, forming not necessarily a safe barrier by any means, but a barrier nonetheless to prevent individuals from running in. You can see parents around the exterior of it with children who are otherwise watching, and some of them seem very excited. Several have picked up sticks, so they're probably pretending they're wizards, but you know how it is. As you're watching, you can see 2 individuals on the interior of this. One is a massive stone golem fluxy, with what looks to be kind of angled sections to their body, almost like they were built out of earth and stone itself, as they're kind of standing there, very almost quietly, not saying a word, just kind of looming in this moment. And another individual who is currently just quite happily talking and explaining the situation to the crowd, talking about the general etiquette and the nature of it. And you can see the individual in question is a kind of a tiefling by nature, kind of a dark green coloration, and is currently just kind of addressing the crowd, wandering around and talking to them on the various matters. So when it comes to dueling, there are a number of things that you'll need that are generally kept in mind between the two duelists. These are the offensive and defensive properties. When it comes to fighting, you want to show off a little bit of your skill. You want to be flashy to attract the attention of others, to get them interested, and to get potential sponsors who might be interested in you to the stage, for example. If you're just looking to have some fun, then there's the perfect opportunities to do so in the open slots if you would like to. But as a note, it is still worth keeping in mind the tenets of when it comes to a duel and the etiquette therein. First off, no breaking each other's focuses. You need, by all accounts, to have an item which you can cast your spells with. Some prefer to use raw materials, others prefer to use a wand or a staff, as he looks over at the children and just kind of does like a general pointed gesture as they're all holding their sticks. When it comes to dueling, you do not take away your opponent's spellcasting focus, as it is very much a piece of their kit that they very much need. If that were to be allowed, then I'm sure there will be plenty of individuals who do not possess the ability to use magic who would quite happily participate in dueling for the sole purpose of running up and stealing someone's wand. But that is not why we're here.
Mortar nudges Kirv kind of upon hearing this and just goes, "Do you have one of those?"
If I do, I think it's a scythe. And good
Okay.
luck breaking that.
Mortar kind of raise an eyebrow and kind of grin and look back.
And you?
Nah, just my brain. Just don't hit me too hard in the head.
Understood.
The instructor kept talking. Something else to note with your offensive and defensive magic. Offensive counts as any form of attack that you are making that might strike an individual's body, for example. And you see there's kind of this little shock of electric which shoots towards the kind of the large mica fluxen, and you see it kind of taps against the chest of them and leaves like a little bit of a mark, kind of a light blue, almost crackling part to it, but they do not seem phased by it in the slightest. When you're looking to do offense, you're looking to make body shots. You're not looking to do any form of attacks that might be more dangerous than this. Leg and arm shots are worth less, body shots are worth more, head shots are worth the most, but are also prohibited in a lot of circles, such as the ones here at Wizardcon. You are looking to show off your prowess and your ability to control the environment, not defeat your opponent soundly in a manner that might endanger their life. If you are taking these lessons when it comes down to it, and you are considering becoming an adventurer in life, there is a lot to potentially look into, but they will have a different etiquette. So, adventurers among our crowd, who might be participating in anything, do not strike other individuals in the head or go for any particular vital organs if your attacks would go through and injure a person. Other rules to note. Duels use a on-hit system, meaning that you have you may have a small flurry of attacks. You may land several of them. For example, if I were to cast this the spell in this manner, and you can see a series of crackles shoot forwards towards their partner as it strikes against the surface of them, not doing any particular damage by the looks of it, more just a demonstrational piece, but there are lots of little attacks hitting them. This would count as only a single attack, or a single hit when it comes down to the scoring and the nature of who will win and who will lose. The number of attacks doesn't matter, so long as one hit gets through That is all that counts. Some wizards rely on this, others do not. This means that you will not have very powerful attacks, but you will be able to get a lot of them and the chance of hitting through. As a result, there are several different ways that you can defend against this. For example, if it is against a strong singular attack, and as they cast, you see the I suppose dance partner in this moment raises their what looks to be kind of more of a thick branch of a wand, but as they pull it up, you watch as there's almost this small ball of earth which stops in front of it, and the electric is grounded into the orb and falls to the ground. It's a lot easier, but requires a lot more precision to defend against one attack versus a group of attacks, and they do the same thing before a small wall of stone is brought up in front, defending them against the attacks before it is lowered once again. So you're looking for offense and defense. Be creative, those of you who possess magic, or potentially have spoken to any of our recruiters and are looking to learn magic. There is the possibility that you can pick up on more of this as you go. There are techniques that are learned from where I am from at the College of Fog, with a lot of accuracy, precision, and higher level techniques that will allow an individual to overcome many different challenges in a variety of ways. But enough about the etiquette and more about the demonstration. You've seen some of what we're capable of. Now we will perform a simple, small and friendly bout with me and my friend here. Are you ready? And they otherwise tap wands in the middle, take a few steps back, and in that moment begin to fling spells. The one who is demonstrating it fires off what looks to be a beginning beam of electricity, which the other one skillfully raises a hand, and you can see stone manifests on the end of their hand as they block and ground the attack before throwing their own kind of orb of stone towards the other one. As the orb of stone kind of careens past the initial demonstrator, you worry that it's going to go out of bounds and hit one of the audience members, and you can see that there's an immediate cringe from them, worrying about getting hit before it hits some form of wall of force that seems to be projected from the barricade itself that's around the arena. As a number of attacks are flung back and forwards, you can see that this... Actually, I'll say both of you go ahead and roll me insight checks on this, or Arcana if you wish, but I believe Arcana is less for both of you.
Yeah. Okay, insight.
That one,
Oh.
baby.
Okay, you're pulled in by the
That
performance.
is 14.
14. Kirv, you're like, oh, this is great violence. Like, they're reacting to this so well. And with
Silence so good.
with a 14, Mortar, this is a practiced routine. You can tell that this is very much a matter of they aren't coming up with this. This isn't a... by all accounts, this is a show and a demonstration. And you can tell. It's not obvious by any means, but with your kind of understanding of adventuring and magic, there are things that they aren't doing, which... like openings that you're spotting that you're like, okay, any skilled or seasoned mage, like they're saying, would notice these openings. And they are intentionally leaving these openings and going about it, that this is very much a demonstration. You pick up on that. It's not any less impressive.
It's very much one of those things where it's like you say, it's a flashy, it's a show. I think Mortar picks up on the fact that if this was an actual standoff with mages, there would be so many more dirty tricks and so many more spells which would be underhanded and utilized in a way which would be a lot more fitting for a fight. But like you say, this is only a demonstration.
Yeah,
but
this is only a demonstration. And
Mortar watches I think he watches entertained regardless because it's flashy.
Yeah, and very much it is. It is entertaining to watch as they're flinging spells backwards and forwards. But the one thing that you note is that when a hit goes through, one of them raises their hand and they reset. So there is an honor system involved in this with taking hits and dealing hits as well. And it seems to be a little bit back and forward until both of them are on 2. And then you note that there is a subtle shift as their performance goes to a bit more impromptu. or
Mm,
improvisation, sorry,
competitive.
and a little bit more competitive. They've reached the stage that they are told to get to, and now it's a matter of one life, go all out. And
Yep.
you can see that there is,
It's like, here we go.
yeah, there is a shift in their posture. You see the one who is kind of this more heavy mica individual stands firm, and you can hear the sound of their wand almost creaking under a more intense grip, and the other one kind of takes up a more steady posture. And other seasoned adventurers and wizards around the area do note this as well. You aren't the only one. Kirv does not. Kirv is like, ooh, it's getting close, and very much being like the, and very much acting like the unseasoned, unmagical practiced children and parents, the individuals who haven't seen the adventuring life. And
I think
So I picked up a stick as well, and I'm pretending to act out.
I think at that Mortar's attention is completely taken away from the show, and he's just watching Kirv just having the time of her life, and he's just like, he's subtly just kind of like just watching her. His attention is no longer on the fight, but he's just watching her enjoy herself, and he's just enjoying the moment.
yeah. I would like the two of you to roll me d20s. Kirv, given you are paying attention to the show, who are you rooting for?
Whichever one seems like the underdog.
Okay. Which one would you think that is?
I don't know. Is there one that looks smaller
Yeah.
than the other?
Yeah, the initial instructor is significantly smaller. Okay.
I'm sorry. This is a story where the big dog is going to be chomping down well tonight. That's
Very
a nat 20.
much so. As you're kind of watching this kind of just drawn in by this performance, as their postures change, the one with almost the lightning style magic otherwise cracks what looks to be several splitting ends of magic which begin to shoot and otherwise try and curl around the other individual, who in this moment leaps forward, and you watch as they sink into the ground, disappearing before reappearing behind the other one, and with a single swing of what looks to be kind of this earthy magic, wraps it around the other one's chest and kind of sinks them to the ground before there's almost like an earthy grumble from them, which you can only assume is some form of laugh as they stretch out their hand and pull the other instructor back up, who goes, and as you can see, fights can take a variety of different turns, but regardless, for those who are fighting, appearance and being flashy is everything, so show what you can, as they turn and kind of smile to their dueling partner. Now, that is all that we have to show for now. We have other mages who have other magic types on their hands. If you have any questions, we will be around the big top for the next hour or so before we will be enjoying the festival, where we do not necessarily wish to be disturbed. If any of you parents think that your child might be wanting to join a magic school in any regard, there are recruiters around who are more than happy to give you some extra information on that. Some of them require a fee, others do not. But regardless, I hope you all have a wonderful day and enjoy Wizardcon. And there's a round of applause from all of the individuals around the dueling arena as they step out, and another individual steps in and begins to showcase the different elements of magic. You have a bit of a discussion, seeing all of this, and you have a little bit of time before your big duel if you would like to. Alternatively, we can skip straight to that.
Is there anything you want to do before we show off?
I think I'd like to just get straight to it.
You know what? That's the kind of talk I like to hear. Let's do it.
Okay.
Chris, do they announce it? Because, I mean, as players, I'd really like to watch that. Just saying.
I'd say they probably.
I mean, we could do ascending.
They don't necessarily call out, but there is there is about an hour and a half until their duel. So if you wanted to send ascending to the party to basically let them know, hey, we're going to be fighting if you want to watch.
I'll send a
Yeah,
to Ellie because
Yeah.
Ellie's usually got a bunch of people gathered around them. So he'll send it to Ellie and just say, Kirv and I are going to be thrown down in a duelist battle. Feel free to come and watch if you want. Could be fun.
I will send back. Sweet, where? I'm also going to be dueling Grandad in a couple of days.
Mortal doesn't reply because he needs the spell slots.
Oh, right, yeah.
You can guess where, Ellie. You did pass by the big top, so with no reply, it seems fairly obvious. It's not going to be a hidden alcove. It's not an underground arena. It's presumably going to be out in the
Cool.
open.
Well, I don't know. I mean, with Mortar, there is a chance
Yeah,
it's
well,
an
that's a bit
underground
fair.
arena.
This is true.
Yeah.
But you imagine.
Then
Yeah, you imagine if it was that situation, he would have let you know where the underground arena is for this particular situation.
as soon as we finish shopping, I will head over. I'm going to let the rest of the party know, as we are literally all together here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, so Kirv and Mortar are going to be dueling in the arena soon. Who do you reckon's going to beat who up?
Give it the dice rolls, Mortar. Mortar's going to be Kirv.
Yeah.
No, I reckon Kirv's going to beat Mortar down. Do you guys want to check it out?
The dueling they do here, it is like magical dueling, right?
Look. This is going to be interesting to see.
I'm happy to go and watch.
Yeah, I'll cheer them on and be there to support after, depending on what happens. And I also am very curious to see how they plan to wizard duel. This could be interesting.
As long as that is what they're doing.
Oh, honestly, with them two, anything is possible. Honestly. I just hope he hasn't got any grenades.
Oh.
I can imagine him screaming fireball and throws a grenade. A realization just how weird he could be.
Maybe. Even so, I think my money would still be on that scythe.
Yeah, same. Alright, after the shopping, head to the arena then to watch.
Mhm.
Cover and otherwise elbows you in the side, Vinny. How about a friendly bet then? I'll put 5 gold on Mortar.
Oh shit! All right, got Carver in my corner. Hell yeah!
You know what? You're on. I'll happily put 5 gold on Kirv.
Okay.
Thanks, Vinny.
I want to put gold on them getting disqualified.
Specific outcome. You are never allowed to duel again.
Disqualified. That is not wizard ability. That's not casting. That's a grenade.
What do you mean? It's so fucking magical. It's my arcane focus.
Grenade.
One time use arcane focus. No.
Ah, yes,
Both
I am the
combatants are KO'd. Yeah.
I am the grenade
3
wizard.
casualties.
Man pulled a live front grenade and ran at Kirv. Cook in his hand. High five.
Oh my word. Oh. Okay. So, with that, you spend some time at the magic item shop. Now that you have been there for today, you're welcome to buy any items that you might want to from there. Just send me a list of things if you are interested in getting ones outside of the list that's already posted. As you move off and head to the big top. Arriving at the big top itself, you can see that there are... Well, look, there looks to be a small kind of floating board with a list of names on it of individuals that are dueling, and you note that they aren't as many slots booked as you would hope or expect. You can see that there's one group dueling currently. There's what looks to be a... After that, you've got Kirv and Mortar. And then there seems to be one later on that's about an hour afterwards. But the rest of the slots are otherwise empty at this time. But here's the first day.
Show 3 days times.
No. Doesn't
Yeah,
show
brief.
any on the next
Okay.
day.
Then I guess we'll hunker down and get ready.
Okay. As you set up outside the kind of simple arena, it is a series of wooden posts with rope tied between them, but you can still make out kind of the gentle crackle of walls of force that are in place, held in place by the magical barrier here. As you're set up here and watching, there's, I'll say, of the three who are observing, you may go ahead and roll me perception checks if you wish.
Yeah. I'm using Jeff every time.
Every time.
Every time about 5.
Every
Jeff
time.
cooked. That's still only a 10.
Anything beginning with P.
Mm-hmm.
Anything beginning with P, I'm using Jeff.
Except for performance. And Vinny, what did you get?
That is a 25 for perception.
Okay. With Ellie kind of focusing on the fight itself. Meanwhile, Vinny, you're kind of keeping an eye out on your surroundings, as you naturally do. You note an individual approaches you in this moment. You can see they are otherwise approaching with arms full of food. As you see Azera approaching your little troop, who seems to have spotted you, and you can see that they have bought basically the equivalent of a hamper of food from the food vendor in the middle of town. Yeah, and they kind of wander up with their food. They're like, "Oh, hi guys. You enjoying the festival so far?"
Yeah. I've got all the materials to finish my stuff. I've been and seen the architect. That was eventful. And now we're here watching one of these two get beat up.
Oh,
That's
good fun.
what's the curve.
I've been exploring, seeing what's about. There are bits and pieces around here. It's good to see that there are some materials that I found in the... There was a focus vendor not far from here. They had some materials which were endangered back when, during my time. So good to see that we've got that it's recovering and that their numbers are increasing again. So there are some good things that have come out of this. Otherwise, there's not too much that interests me, but I found this great food place near the centre of town. They have a wide variety of foods and they all look so great. So I bought most of it.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm not going to argue it.
I still haven't hit a flump though. I bought 6 of the drinks and I haven't hit one yet. But maybe the next one.
I haven't.
Seventh
haven't
time's
gone
the
there yet.
charm. That's what they say.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, I'll sit around and watch and see how things go. As Azera parks up. I think this will be a good time for us to have a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll have a duel between Mortar and Kirv.
Oh, so gassed.
So the two of you who are dueling, get your thinking caps on, because we'll have to see how this goes. Oh, and the three of you who are watching, if you wish to try and do anything to interfere, you're welcome to try.
Motherfucker.
No, I'm. Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely not. I'm not getting involved in this shit. Oh no. I will say, Chris, I have managed to narrow down my list of things to consider. Two of them are already on that you've given us. But I just wanted to make sure I had their details in front of me. But I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 things to ask if you have them in stock.
Who's buying Wizardcon? Hi.
I'm not expecting to buy all of them, but I'm hoping that at least one of them is present.
Send me a list on Discord along with their rarities, and I will tell you their prices, because the prices are hiked up because they aren't in the active available stock. They are just in the stock that they have for those who get that early.
Okie dokie.
And I'll give those a look.
Right.
But yeah, take a quick break. Be back in just a moment. Yeah. Grab myself a drink. Be back soon.
That's a really good point about the arcane focus stuff.
It makes sense. I didn't even think about it.
When I draw my granddad, I'm not going to have an arcane focus.
You're just going to be a 12-year-old with hands.
No, I'm Runeborn. It's fine. We can. I can still cast. I'm just
Cool.
use my nature thing. I was just because my staff is going to be at Zaka's. Cychania is currently on a cooldown for 5 days. So it's just me.
I mean, you could have bought yourself like a temporary one, I guess.
I've got a wonky wand. I guess I have got that, but it's alright. I'm reborn. It has all the luxuries.
You want to fight your granddad with the wonky wand?
I mean, it would be the
No.
ultimate disrespect if you won.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight him with no wand.
Yeah, and specifically invite Azera to watch and be like, come and I want to see the pinnacle of magic in this new age, and then it's just some Looney Tunes bullshit.
What was that?
Literally. We were talking about you made me think a little bit with the whole conversation and the rules of the duel.
Mm-hmm.
I've agreed to duel with my granddad. I don't have a focus. So I'm runeborning this duel.
Yeah, it's Cychania.
Isn't she on a cooldown? I thought she was resetting.
No, you're right. Yeah, so yeah, you are runeborning this.
Yeah, I'm runeborning this. It's fine by me. Just harder to counterspell. Me.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm looking forward to seeing this fight between these two. I don't
so
know what
desperate
Mortar's
to
gonna
win.
try and pull off as magic.
I have magic. I have a shit ton of magic.
Yeah, but doesn't your magic make people insane?
Oh yeah.
So,
And my opponent is Kirv, who arguably has the best chance of succeeding.
Yeah, in a sense.
sort of. I mean, historically, the only one that failed in the party.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to retype these out and then the prices for them as I go
I was
through.
gonna say, I mean, Mortar's goal isn't to hurt Kirv, it's for us to push each other and just basically
Oh yeah.
fight. So
Oh, yeah,
Mortar doesn't want to hurt
100%.
Kirv. So he's not planning on driving Kirv insane with a spell or anything. Not that I think that he really could. I think that was a very much a one-off like moment that Kirv's attention slipped basically. But no, I don't intend to. Not unless like some real crazy shit goes down, then Mortar may have to go, oh fuck, I need to win. But I don't know. We'll see.
Don't imagine
Yeah,
it.
I think this is just gonna be cool. I
Yeah.
just love this. This is right up my alley.
Genuinely, I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out, how it's gonna go, and how you two are gonna utilize magic with it not really your dominant
No,
abilities?
not even slightly. No, for neither of us.
Nah, it's gonna be quite fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I definitely plan on trying adding a little bit of martial flair in there as well. Just because, I mean, I feel like the more perspectives to this fight we can give, the more entertaining it's gonna be.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like, why not mix it up with a bit of martial and then throw out some spells and throw out some psionic bullshit and then get hit in the face by a smite?
I know that you're typing, Chris. I do have to ask, how are you feeling upon seeing these initially?
Some of them I know for certain that they are a no. Some of them I know are a we'll chat about it. For example, the Manual of Bodily Health. There aren't any of the manuals. They don't exist in my world for campaign 2.
That's fair. I did think that one was a pull. When it
comes to the manuals, I'm just like, oh, it allows someone to increase a stat. I'm like, okay, but then it goes inert for 100 years. It's kind of useless. It's like it's a one-time consumable that just isn't really that useful. And unless any of you have like long living races, which none of you do, it doesn't really matter. So I removed them and instead have the natural increase to one of your attributes to increase your maximum, which I believe you have for taking your con to 22. So yeah,
I do. So I do need to like pump something into that to get it, because I think I'm now at the point where I can get it to 22. I just need to put an extra point in it, or am I at the point where it's at 21?
Yeah, you just need the extra one. I'll add the prices for those. I've listed what I have, and I will go through. I just need to get my prices document back up for this. Prices.
Correct wording for Dan's instant fortress. Correct.
Yeah, it's a can of worms. I'm aware of the
It's
weirdness
such a can of worms. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay.
I think my main question is like, is it the same fortress every time, or does it make a new one when you use it?
It's so needlessly complicated, but it's also really cool. So I can see the appeal. It's just let's see. List and gain 6 charges. Flies burns and spend 1 charge to gain the power of flight for 10 minutes. Walking speed. You can hover. Gravitational thrust as an action. You can spend 1 charge to force gravity around a creature you can see 60 feet. Or be pulled up to 20 feet in a direction of your choice.
Oh boy.
Interesting. That's a pretty good one. So that one would be on the more expensive side as the base price of that. So we'd be looking at something around that. Belts. Which one's fire? Is fire 25? Yes, it is. Okay, so I already know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, I will say I am down for the other ones, but I just thought I'd go big or go home on that.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Just because those ones like
Frost or Stone will get me to 23.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Rod of Security is one that I recognize, but I can't say I know what it does.
Oh, it's fascinating. I looked and I was like, you know what? This is such a wild choice that I have to ask. You're gonna read it and you're gonna go, "What the fuck is this?"
What's the item called, sorry?
Rod of Security.
Rod of Security.
It's basically
Like,
Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion, but guess what? I can have more visitors than you.
And arguably better.
Yeah.
Cool. So that mean we'll actually have a house?
Kind of.
We won't be homeless anymore.
The thing is, it's more of a holiday home type thing, because you can only do it every
Yeah.
10 days.
Yeah, but the main
Oh, I
It's just
see.
such a wild thing.
To
it's
be
like
fair, it's better than our current housing situation.
time passes normally visitors can regain. So you can remain in the paradise for up to 200 days, divided by the number of creatures present, rounding down. So if you have your current party, I will note the elementals will count.
That's fair. That's fair.
So it would be probably at most like 20 days that you could stay in here if it's like your entire party, including Ellie's army.
Question: if Ellie desummons them, can
That's
we
fine.
stay longer?
Yeah, just means you can't RP
that's
with
cool.
them.
I'm very cool with that. I just think it's such a phenomenal opportunity to just go, you know what, Chris? We're tired. We're just going to have a bit of a filler arc for a session or two, and we just do that.
It's just the Rod of Filler episode. Love it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Cube of Force, I know.
We get ourselves a filler trigger.
Cube of Force, I know, is a pretty decent one. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna read.
it is
I'm not gonna read
decent, but
through
at
that.
the same
It's
time,
just
it's not overpowered.
yeah. I'm just gonna put in. Let's see. Base price is that, so it'll be slightly higher. So let's make it that. Ring of freedom of movement. I mean, Cube of Force is also attunement, so.
So Ring of Free Action, it basically just means that difficult terrain doesn't matter to me anymore, and
Can't be
I can't.
paralyzed,
My
restrained.
speed can't be stopped. Can't be paralyzed. Can't be restrained. But I will say that is magic can't do that.
Yes.
Other stuff would still do it.
So being grappled doesn't stop you from ring of free movement, but you can get past the hold person spell or something similar, which is interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
It means that if I can get at it with my physical strength, generally I'm fine. It would just prevent stuff like hold person, which is arguably something that could fuck me over.
Yeah, I think it has in the past, hasn't it? It'd be a cool preventative measure to stop that.
Like that. Yeah.
why is this a rare
I will
item?
say-
What?
Which one?
Helm of Teleportation. Allows you to
Oh, yeah,
cast
no, that
teleport
one's
up to
insane.
3 times a day. And it's a rare item.
the hell?
Excuse me?
That
Hey,
could have
look.
been so useful.
That would have been incredibly
Honestly.
useful. Alright, I'm going to up the price of that one because you don't need it, but it could also be very useful for your party to have. There you go. There's the list of prices for those should you want them. And remember, these prices are based off of a general average, slightly marked up because you're getting things what they are, while also going from there. So,
And it's the
God, I
combat.
really. Okay, so the Lifewell tattoo is feasible at a different place potentially.
potentially, yeah. It's one of those that it would
Okay.
still be around like the 30 to 40,000 gold pieces mark. But there isn't a feasible person at the magic items stall that can give you a tattoo.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Of these items that are available to us,
Mm-hmm.
and this is for the party more than for me. the ones that are feasibly affordable, if we pooled our money together, are the Rod of Security, which would be a very significant 28,000 gold. However, I do consider it to be the most useful item here, because literally any time, like let's say we're in the middle of a long dungeon crawl and we're all tired and cranky and we're just wanting some downtime, this gives us that. Like, don't get me wrong, time still passes, so that is a problem, but it does give us an opportunity to just not be worried about stuff and just have a chill time. So I, whilst I know that may not be the most compelling storyline-wise, it is very useful in terms of player comfort and health.
Longevity.
I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he's already set a price for it, so he can't go back on it now. I mean, he probably can. But it does provide healing for every hour we're in there. So if we're like running real low, we like, because we can just sleep in there. Like it's a paradise apparently.
Yeah.
Like, so if we, we're basically in a position where, like, if we are really struggling, it provides us a safe space as an action. That's it. There's no special stuff there. It's just a safety thing. We still have to deal with the problems that are there, and there may be stuff that can block it. I don't know, but it's just it may be worth consideration. Though that is the only one that we would need to pool money for. I could buy the Helm of Teleportation, and the Cube of Force myself if need be. The Ring of Free Action is there and is pretty decent. I am just currently toying with the idea of, like, is it really worth it? Like, because it does require attunement,
Helm of Teleportation's a useful one if you're traveling, but you don't need to worry about, like, your attunement slots or anything.
Yeah.
That's the only one which I'd say, out of these, I'd look at these and go, the Helm of Teleportation's a good one, kind of just nice, because, one, anyone can equip it, and two, you can just cast Teleport from it up to 3 times a day. It'll only regain charges if you're attuned to it when it gets to... No, just regain charges naturally. So, never mind, no, you can just teleport when you need to, provided you've got the free time to do so. Whereas in an emergency, you have to rely on it.
It does free up some spell slots, and allows us a lot more travel options, which I think is pretty good. Now, we will chat about Daern's instant fortress. I would like to chat about that because I have so many questions, and if it is possible, would be great. But I get it if it's not. The Cube of Force is just pretty good. Like,
what does that do?
So it has 36 charges, gains 1d20 expended charges daily at dawn, and I can basically expend a number of charges based on
based on the face that you
to basically make based on the face I decide to use, and it pretty much it lets me decide what can go through it. So if I spend 1 charge, gases, wind, and fog can't pass through the barrier. If I go for 2 charges, non-living matter can't pass through the barrier. So walls, floors, and ceilings can pass through at my discretion. 3, living matter can't pass through the barrier. 4, spell effects can't pass through the barrier. And 5, nothing can pass through the barrier. Walls, floors, and ceilings can pass through at your discretion. It only lasts for 1 minute and is centered on me or whoever's using it, but it moves with you, and it's very interesting because it's 15 feet on a side, so theoretically you can fit like
what's that, 9 creatures?
9 people, including yourself, in there. Yeah. Obviously with sizing, be in consideration. But it's really interesting in that regard. Now, it kind of depends, like whether you think it's really worth it. But as something that is fairly reusable, I think it's interesting.
The only thing is that it is
Do we-
attunement, so someone would need to have this
It is-
attuned to them to use it in combat.
Yeah,
we
I am.
Do we need to make a
Crabby.
decision? No, it's all right. Do we need to make a decision now, or can we?
No,
think
That's
of
a question for Chris.
I'll say that overall you can decide on the you have until the end of Wizardcon. I'll say, because
Okay,
at the end
cool.
of the day you've arrived here and you have the ability to make your choices and to go through and see what might be interesting, and then buy it later on at Wizardcon if you want to. But we'll just assume any money, if you earn any over the course of this, from Wizardcon or anything like that, can't be put towards it because this would have happened on the first day.
Is the what was it called? The first one that you read, Harlan. Was it the staff?
Rod of security.
The Rod of Security.
The rods. That's the one. Yeah. Is that attunement? Presumably it is.
No.
Is it not?
That's
oh,
why.
That's crazy.
That's
No.
why it's very rare and also
Yeah.
28,000 gold.
Oh.
Yeah. So that one does require like pooling money, but I do think like in a situation like where we're really run ragged or where we're needing to sort of escape from a situation, it's a stunningly useful item.
Like, it's very good for what it does. Like you said, there are some things that will interfere with this, like for example, things that will block extraplanar travel. So if it stops you from teleporting out, then you won't be able to use it. And this will just mean that you spend the action trying to use the rod and then nothing happens. Won't use up the activation, it's just that nothing will happen. If you're trying to... If it allows you to teleport out and then something's put in place that can't allow you to teleport back in, then you'll be put closest to the area where you can. So this means if someone sets up a 20-mile barrier that prevents teleportation and you bamf back in, you'll be 20 miles away from where you were.
Yeah.
So there are
Which is
limitations,
fair.
but it's otherwise it's just like you said, it's very good. It's a get out of jail free button. You're in the middle of a combat, things are looking pretty bad. A player goes, I'm going to use an action to use the Rod of Security and take me and my friends away from here. And then woof, you're out of there and you can work on it from there and you can heal up. There's a lot of options. But obviously it's very expensive and it's a once every 10 days get out of jail free card. So
Right.
So
Sparing
it's
use.
kind of it's an interesting thing of like it gives us an opportunity to like as you say get out of jail free card in a lot of scenarios. It's not perfect, but it has a lot of potential usage. Cube of Force is really good on a defensive sense. Like if we need to like blockade an area or like defend ourselves in the middle of combat, it could be a phenomenal usage. You know, just press the one that blocks literally everything, and it just becomes a matter of you like. I can just sort of maintain that for a while. And I'm, as I understand it, I'm the person who is most likely to be able to give up an attunement. So, because I've got one for my glove of missile snaring, but it's not the end of the world if I don't have that. So I can just attach one of these. Personally, like I am considering the Helm of Teleportation and the Cube of Force, just picking them up, because as you say, the Helm of Teleportation, you can kind of just have someone pop it on and then they can ferry people about, and it's kind of like, yeah, you know, good.
Sorry, is
but
there
I
many
do-
more items to go through?
No, those are the ones that I'm considering at the moment. There is an Amethyst Lodestone, but it's 37,000, and it would only benefit one person. All it would really let me do is fly. Also do weird gravity shit. but I imagine that I don't think I can make an argument where that is worth it for the party.
I mean, we don't have to. It doesn't have to be an item that benefits everybody. Like if we're like, oh, this is worth
but
it, then, you know.
I know, but it's expensive, and I don't want to like take people's money. Sorry, I know this is not like the most helpful thing. We can do this after now if
Yeah,
you'd like. I feel
We can
like
do it after
I've
session.
taken up too much time with this.
No, you're all good. They allow me to get some documents open and stuff sorted, so you're quite alright. Okay.
Cool.
So, as the two of you enter the arena, the person who you originally signed up with just kind of turns to you two and goes, alright, well, your turn's up. In you go, have a fair fight, and hope you read through the rules.
Mortar, look at Kirv. There were rules.
There were rules.
We listened to the demonstration.
That'll do.
Oh, right. Oh, those were the rules. Oh, okay.
We can't read.
I thought you meant there was a handout or something.
No. If there was, neither of you could read it. It was just a blanket. Not a blanket. Why am I blanking on words today? Napkin. There we go.
It's okay, Chris.
No, it's not okay. Brain's not working. Alright, that's fine. I don't have to worry about using my brain for this bit because it's led by you guys. So,
Woo!
yeah, two of you.
Yes.
I guess I will start us off. As you enter the arena, you take up your positions in this moment. Give a nod to one another for a fair fight. Some people around the arena, some are intrigued and they watch, seeing kind of the nature of this. But most people seem to know it's a friendly duel between people who know one another, so it's nothing particularly dangerous or interesting by any means. But as you take up your positions, I'd like both of you to roll for initiative, please.
Woo! Oh.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Mortar, what did you get?
17.
Kirv, what did you get?
21.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
So,
Cause it's on business.
So, you are considered to always be within range of one another, unless you are affected by something like grapple or restrain, which will prevent your movement. Be flashy, be descriptive with your actions, and I will mark down who has taken what hits. First to three hits against their opponent wins. And remember, if someone uses an attack against you, you can use a spell, even if it doesn't have even if it's not a reaction, to try and defend yourself.
Ooh, I like it.
So you can use resources, you can use abilities, you can just take regular actions to try and defend yourself if it makes sense. I will be the overall judge of whether it makes sense or not, but we will go from there. So, with both of you on no hits currently against your opponent, Kirv, you are leading this.
Okay. Oh, okay. Kirv standing there, grinning. First point of action. She will be simply lifting her arm and pointing at Mortar. And she whispers, an infernal curse, which is Hexblade's curse. And visibly...
What does this curse sound like? Because Mortar understands Infernal.
Shit, I forgot that.
I'd say this definitely leans to more an ancient guttural
Ooh, I like
sounds
it.
that you can only just understand that.
Okay. Mortar
I think-
smiles as he feels just this essence.
The words probably, I think, in your understanding, are something like, "Your fate is sealed."
Oh, you sweet doggy, you.
She moves her, as she's pointing, and she moves her finger in like a zigzag direction, and it's almost like, well, appearing over Mortar's mouth seems to be like a thread
Oh shit.
zigzagging over his mouth, almost, well, akin to Kirv's scarecrow mask. The lines
mate.
across the mouth stitching.
That is tight.
And as that is completed, she holds her weapon with both hands, raises it forward like a wand almost, and casts Eldritch Blast. And as this happens, with each bolt, there is a spiraling flurry of black crow feathers that
I want it. So sick.
emits from the end of her scythe, shooting forwards, and with the attempt to pull Mortar 10 feet towards her.
Okay. Go ahead
So this
and
is
make me 3 attack rolls. Mortar. As these black bolts of kind of the dark crow feathers shoot towards you, you feel the curse begin to almost linger around you, kind of the threading, stitching. Not preventing you from talking, but you can feel the strain as you try to move or talk in this moment as the bolts and feathers come towards you. What would you like to try and do to potentially counter this? Or defend yourself against this?
as a heads up, one of the rolls is a nat 1.
Don't tell me. Oh, I was about to say, don't tell me what it is, because I was going to potentially use something as a In fact, actually, no. You know what? We're here for spells specifically. I think that as Kirv essentially enshrouds me in like the terrifying, almost psionic essence of the mask which she typically dons when in combat, as Mortar feels each pierce of the needle going through his lips to seal his mouth shut, blood trickling from those small holes as the threads weave together and seal his mouth. Mortar will grin, and in response, Kirv will just hear a low, guttural, dual synchronized harmony of laughter as Mortar grins, the threads stretch, Mortar's eyes begin to dilate and move into the back of his skull, leaving those little white pinpricks of just void darkness surrounding them. As Mortar looks at Kirv and just begins laughing as he casts Tasha's hideous laughter to attempt to shatter Kirv's concentration on to try and shatter Kirv's aim, essentially.
Okay. So Kirv, go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw in response to this.
DC 18.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
As
That is the third nat 1 this session.
As
Oh no!
all from Kirv as well. As in this moment,
Oh.
Yeah.
the black bolts
me.
shoot forward. You have this concentration, this otherwise steadfast nature to this, the strength behind it. And as each of the bolts are shooting towards you, Mortar, you are unfazed as you grin in this moment. And there is the tearing of the threads and the skin around your lips, almost not to a point that it hurts, but to a point of recognition of that, and a subtle hint of insanity behind it. As the laughter begins, Kirv, you begin to chuckle, and then chortle, and then laugh, as the concentration of the bolts shoot past in this moment, kind of dispersing. But taking that moment, Mortar, you grab one of the threads and are pulled towards Kirv, and with that natural 1, you can make some form of reactive attack against her if you would like to with a spell.
The bolt comes shooting towards Mortar. Mortar, almost seeing it in kind of slow motion this moment, as Kirv kind of drops to one knee, just laughing as the sound of his own laughter escaping his throat kind of subsides. Mortar snaps himself back to reality and grabs the Eldritch Bolt and allows himself to be pulled forward. Before ripping at the Hexblade's curse that is on his body, summoning a spirit shroud around his fist, and attempts to just deck as hard as he can to try and make a significant blow against Kirv.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll for me, please. As in this moment, the spirit shroud wrapping around your fist, as you bring it down in a blow, there is a kind of a light tap followed by the echo of almost this wail of curses and the screams of many minds.
All of the curses are infernal.
That rack.
They're all in infernal because it's using Kirv's Hexblade's curse.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 27 to hit.
Okay. As you are incapacitated by Tasha's hideous laughter, there is no way for you to react to this. But as the spirit shroud hits, it cascades over your body, and a kind of a light bell is rung, denoting the first hit being in Mortar's favour. So Mortar has 1 point. That moves to the end of your turn, Kirv. Mortar, it is now your go.
I'm assuming she's no longer affected by hideous laughter,
No.
based on kind of the way we're doing this. Amazing. Yeah, the kind of the ringing laughter in your head subsides, and clarity returns to your eyes. Mortar kind of stands there and kind of gives a bit of a smirk. Does the Neo gesture for come on, and Mortar is going to. He's been saving this for a special occasion. I think this is going to be it. Once again, the Hexblade's curse still lingers around Mortar, lessened by his spirit shroud that surrounded his fist. He dismisses it, and in this moment, you watch as he begins channeling just this energy within himself. The psychic purple energy that emanates from his eyes typically when he's using his psionic power instead begins to give way to a leaking black inky shadow, which begins to leak from his mouth, begins to leak from his eyes, begins to leak from his fingertips. And just as the floor surrounding him becomes wreathed in this shadowy smoke, Mortar's fists immediately clench, and his entire body goes up in black flames as he casts Shadow of Moil. And he is going to engage with Kirv in a martial discipline. He will be doing 2 unarmed strikes, followed by actually, hold on, sorry. Shadow of Moil is an action. He will be doing Weapon Frenzy on himself to take the attack action, and he will be doing Adrenaline Surge, so a total of 4 attacks with Shadow of Moil, as he basically unleashes what he's attempting to integrate into his new fighting style.
Okay, go ahead and make me 4 attack rolls. Kirv, as this flurry of attacks is beginning to come towards you, notably, you are still prone from the Tasha's hideous laughter, so Mortar, you make these with advantage. What would you like to do to try and defend yourself?
Oh, actually, no, never mind. No, you're all good,
I am prone. Does that mean I need to get up before I can make another spell?
No, Just means that if you're making you'll want to use your movement to effectively get up next turn.
Okay.
I crit on 19, so I've crit once. That's another crit on another 19. That's a nat 20.
Just want to double check. Isn't your crit tied to ranged weapons for 19s and 20s?
No, it's tied to Black Scorpion, which also
applies for this. Yeah. Because of
unarmed strikes. Yeah.
unarmed strikes. So yeah. never mind.
So I've crit on all of my attacks so far. Final one.
It's a fourth
That's
crit.
another crit. I crit on all 4 attacks. That's insane.
Okay.
That's
Kirv,
actually insane.
what are you going to do to defend yourself?
All right. This is going to be a tricky one. I'll see if you'll let me do this. So first off, Kirv from her prone position, probably a bit lower, she will shoot up a red, thin, needle-like attack that directly goes up towards. I guess it's let's say through the chest, which will be a cantrip mind sliver.
Ooh.
Okay. How is this going to defend you?
Yes. Okay. So my idea is that then I action surge, and then I would like to cast Thunder Step. So if Mind Sliver succeeds, he will take, even if the psychic damage is very low, he should take negative 1d4 from his next saving throw. So I have a higher chance with my Thunder Step that he will fail his save, and I will teleport out of the way of these attacks, while also dealing damage to him.
Okay.
That's fucking sneaky.
So,
I think
go ahead
then
and make
as
me the intelligence check.
sorry, I've actually got something for this. So as Mind Sliver gets released, Mortar's going in, and he's already locked on to the areas of you which he's going to be hitting. I think Mortar is going just kind of almost like riding that that bolt of eldritch energy. Mortar charges up, becomes this just black flame encasing a person. His eyes crackling now with psionics as he begins targeting the areas on your body. He sees you attempting to cast this thunder wave, and in response, he will use Mind Crackle to try and counterspell it.
Okay. Note that this will use your reaction, which will mean you won't be able to defend yourself on
Yes.
the next turn. Okay.
That's fine. Mortar is sending 4 crits Kirv's way. He's trying to. He's going all out. He respects Kirv so much that he wants to go all out against Kirv. He wants to for her to know that he's not holding back.
Okay. So I want to ask, are you countering the Mind Sliver or the Thunder Step? Or are you attempting to...
I'm countering the
Thunder Step.
Thunder Step specifically.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. We'll do this in order. Go ahead and roll me the intelligence save against Mind Sliver.
Okay. Oh boy. Mortar will use an invigoration to re-roll that.
Okay.
It's like, no, I don't want to lose this. Oh, oh no. Oh. This is bad. That's a -2, so that is a total
Oh my
of
gosh.
3.
Okay.
Well, that does
So-
not beat the save of 19.
No. So you take a little bit of psychic damage to throw off
Hell yeah.
the saving throw for the
Yep.
next bit. However, you are attempting to counter it. So go ahead and roll me that wisdom check You are against the DC of 13, I believe, because Thunderstep is 3rd
Let me
level.
double check. Mind Crackle. The spellcasting ability modifier against DC, so that's a +5. Oh, wait. Oh, do I have a negative because of
Mind
It'll be a
Crackle.
saving throw.
Mind Crackle's only saving throws.
Oh, it's
so.
Oh, okay.
Mind
Mine's
Sliver.
only saving throws. Okay, that just fails. That's a 12.
12 versus 13.
Ooh.
As
Oh.
you push the psychic damage back down the bond as you attempt to disrupt the Thunderstep, there is a pinprick moment where that small amount of damage, the Mind Sliver, sets it off by just that much of time that Kirv manages to Thunderstep out of the way, and as these 4 attacks come in, hitting the ground where Kirv was, you are pushed back in this moment by Thunderstep. Go ahead and roll me the saving throw for Thunderstep. What's the save and the DC?
With a -D4, right?
Yep.
Because
Yes.
of Mind Sliver.
A -D4, and the save is a
Oh.
Constitution save of 19.
Damn. Okay, this is Mortar has a pretty good con. I love the idea that Mortar charges through. He takes the Mind Sliver, doesn't really think anything of it. He just pushes through like he usually does, and he charges up these 4 attacks. And as he punches, you just evaporate into like crow's feathers, and then there's just this big ass explosion. Friggin' sick. Let me just check out. Constitution, I have a +8 to this. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. That's a fail.
Okay.
And a -D4
Oh.
just for shits and giggles. That's a 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
As-
that would be 10. That'll be a 9.
As you're blown back by this display in this moment, Kirv, you gain your first point as Mortar is kind of pushed backwards. The two of you now standing and very much level in this moment. It now moves from Mortar's go to Kirv's.
Yeah, Mortar just kind of spits blood onto the ground as this thunder wave just like cracked him in the ribs, and what he thought was going to be a flawless flurry just instantly dismissed as he kind of stands, rolls his shoulder, and goes, "Nice move. That all you got? Show me something new." And he'll put his fists up.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I need to roll a save for Shadow of Moil because I took damage. I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
17 on the die. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, -D4.
The D4 would only have been for the Thunderstep, so you're good.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Kirv smiles at the taunting. She thinks, okay, something new.
Oh no.
She kind of rolls her shoulders, and similar to the Thunderstep, this kind of flurry of feathers and electricity runs down her body. And as a bonus action, she is casting Expeditious Retreat. So she is speedy.
Okay.
And she will, at great speed, dash forward towards Mortar, raising her scythe and slashing down, hopefully, with putting in a divine smite on this.
Do you have Devil's Sight?
I I think so. Is that magical
Yeah.
darkness?
You do, yeah.
Because I'm surrounded by darkness at the moment. Any
I'm
creature
afraid
that
I
gets
do.
oil.
I'm afraid I
Yeah,
can
that's
see
sick.
you.
That's sick. So it's just one of those moments where you charge in and just you vanish into the darkness. And Mortar's just like, shit, she can see me.
You see the yellow eyes amongst this dark backdrop
Oh, that is so
stealing
cool.
towards you. And with divine smite, you imagine the power coming from above, but instead this dark red hellish power just seeps from the earth upwards into her scythe
Hell
as she
yes.
takes a swipe.
Okay, go ahead and make me the attack. And there's no reaction for Mortar to be able to take for this, so if this
Nope.
hits, it hits.
Yep, that's fine.
That is a 26.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Kirv now has 2 points.
Mortar attempts to kind of weave to the side, but you're just too fast.
Now, you have a second attack, do you not?
I do.
Go ahead and make it.
Go for it.
That is another nat 1.
Okay. But Mortar has no reaction to respond to it, so never mind.
But the first
oh my
one,
God.
well, like, so you cleave like downwards, right, with the one that hit me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mortar takes it across the top there. His shirt just rips and just leaves this long trail of this long kind of necrotic wound across his chest, which kind of makes him stagger. And what does your second attack look like?
I think she then attempts to slash. So she's slashed down, she turns the scythe and she attempts to slash directly upwards. But I imagine you jump back just at the last second, so it doesn't quite reach you.
Absolutely. He kind of somersaults and lands down. I'll just roll for Shadow of Mortal to see if it is dismissed upon that hit. Minus a d4. So that's -1. That's 15 minus 1.
The minus D4,
So-
remember, is gone at this point.
Oh, I
'Cause
thought it was a 1 minute concentration thing for mind
It
stone,
is,
right?
but it's
We
only.
kind of do it in rounds.
But it only affects the next
Oh,
one.
Right. Might be.
No, you're good.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mortar somersaults back, just barely avoiding this friggin' strike as he kind of looks down at himself, knowing he's up against the ropes, and he's loving this. His heart's pumping, and he's just staring at this woman that he loves with all his heart, beating the shit out of him, and he's never felt more.
Okay. So, with that, it is now your turn, Mortar. As you take a strike, but manage to dodge out of the way for the second one, it is now your turn. You have potentially the upper hand here to seize.
Because I have one hit under my belt, right?
You have one hit
And
under your
Kirv
belt,
has
and Kirv
two.
has 2. Which means that
Okay.
Kirv only has to hit you on her turn or in response, depending on what happens here.
So it's
I
like
think
first
as
to 3.
Mortar,
Yep.
as Mortar somersaults midair while he's somersaulting, you watch as the wraps that have been around his arms for his unarmed strikes unravel, and you watch as they begin to coalesce into the form of Black Scorpion in his hand as he spins it, lands on the ground on the 3-point landing before raising it and opening fire at Kirv. He will be firing 3 times using his bonus action.
Okay. Go ahead and make those attacks.
That's a miss. I think that's also a miss. 18.
That is a meets it, beats it, but I
Yep.
believe in reaction, Kirv will she half turns and almost as if she has a wing on her back, a black crow wing emerges
Heck.
and, like a shield, just encloses Kirv.
As this happens, as that moment, as Mortar fires and you block it, there is a brief window where Mortar tries to break from your line of sight, moving into a blind spot and fires his last shot. That is a 27.
Sorry, just checking how much the...
You used shield, didn't you?
Yep, that's +5 AC.
So-
You know, that gets through the wing.
Okay.
Whew.
As the
That is a
He
hit.
with that final shot, he fires, and almost like I don't know how many of you have seen that movie Wanted. He almost like swings Black Scorpion and uses it to arc a psionic projectile in a curve which threads just between a set of the wings, a small, very narrow opening in your shield, and it strikes you across the thigh.
My reaction, does that count as my action to avoid?
yes, so using shield, which is
Okay.
more dedicated to this, was that.
That's
action.
okay.
Okay, so that is another hit for you, Mortar. As it strikes against the thigh, leaving enough of a mark to note the hit. Kirv, it is now your go.
Grand finale. How about we make this fun?
Finale. Oh, this
How is
could
the-
be very interesting.
How's the crowd looking at this point?
There aren't many people around. This is the first day, there aren't many people watching.
Damn.
It's mostly your party, and there are a few people kind of hearing the sounds of a fight, and some people are watching. Most of the kids who may have been watching were left after the display of dripping black ichor from your mouth and your body. So most of them left.
Ah.
So as it stands,
shit.
there's not really a crowd.
Ah, well, it's not about the spectacle anyway.
Okay. As Kirv's main action, she is going to go in with her scythe again, almost looking like, oh, she's just doing the same trick. But as her bonus action, behind Mortar, she is summoning spiritual weapon.
Oh man.
Which is
Okay.
a adorable smaller version of murder.
Okay. I'm about to really disappoint you.
Oh no, what?
You cast Spiritual Weapon, and it's counterspelled as you agreed on no summons. Your action is
Did we?
wasted.
Fuck.
Yeah, because Mortar wasn't to use his summons. As the attendant
And that
at this
counts as a
time
summon.
counterspells your summon, seeing what's about to happen, and you hear kind of just this mental note: summons were forbidden in this match. You signed the contract. That is your action wasted. Mortar, it is your go.
Mortar, seeing Kirv perform this and it get counterspelled, there is a brief flicker of annoyance across his face as he kind of recalls this contract being made. But he doesn't want to win. I'm trying to think. Would it piss Kirv off if I basically not forego the round, but almost reset it? Okay. I have an idea. As a reaction in response to before the Mortar has an ability called Precognition. As Kirv casts Spiritual Weapon and the person shouts Counterspell, Mortar sees all of this in a moment. Just sees it through his mind, and he's like, that's not how I win. I I want to fight Kirv when, I want to fight Kirv with just the two of us, no outside interference. Could I potentially expend a use of the fate dice to give Kirv back her turn as my reaction? Because I haven't used my reaction on Kirv's turn.
I will say you can, however, it will mean that you two will be banned from doing any competitions because you broke the contract. Which means you won't be able to compete in other wizard duels after this.
Oh no, what I mean is Mortar, with his precognition ability, sees this happen before it actually happens, and Mortar uses his fate dice to basically stop that action happening. That's what I mean.
I think in this instance that's not something that would be possible, because it would be rewinding time or undoing an action in that matter. Because precognition only lets you see the immediate things that are going to happen in a few seconds, not a whole turn.
Okay.
It's all right.
No, that's not how Mortar would play it. I think Mortar goes to move, that kind of flicker of annoyance and that momentary clarity from his ability. I think that as his feet begin to move through the dirt, he skids to a stop, kind of looks at who counterspelled Kirv, looks back at Kirv and shakes his head and just goes, not like that. And Mortar is going to, instead of foregoing his turn, he's going to begin circling Kirv, and he's going to take the dodge action for what comes next. Basically going, that's not how I want to win.
Okay. Okay, Kirv, it's your go.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm just thinking through.
It's all good.
Because I think this moment it takes Curve out of it a bit. In her head, she's like, "Fuck! I thought summons were only alive things." But she was never educated on the full, the classifications of different magic types. She thinks, okay.
Just in terms of the visual, Mortar is still circling Kirv, despite the fact he's using the dodge action. And the black flames of the Shadow of Moil are kind of growing and flickering almost in anticipation as his eyes are sparking purple.
Like to do, Kirv.
This could be an interesting way to finish this. I think Curve almost gives a surrendering smile, understanding that what happened is because she has more, further to go in understanding magic. And she raises her hand up in a flourish, almost to sort of say, I'm done. But as she does so, she very gently waves her fingers, and she casts Armor of Agathis on herself. So the thorned armor that she has almost glimmers with this ice cold shimmer just for a second that you catch.
Oh, I see. Oh.
And that will be her action.
Okay.
Mortar will see this. There is a moment where he sees the hand go up and his expression almost changes to, oh, she's giving up, and then sees the flourish, sees the armor, his smile returns, his eyes crackle. He knows exactly what this means, but he then casts a look up to the stands, sees the look on Carvern and Vinny's face,
There aren't stands.
gauging
They're
an
basically a
idea as
rope
to
arena.
Oh, okay. Well, sees them off to the side, then has an inkling of what's going on, as it's happened before when Romulus and Minotaur fought.
Mm-hmm.
And Mortar will charge at Kirv and make a melee attack.
Okay, go for it. So, Kirv, you have
Or
15 temporary hit
4
points,
melee
correct?
attacks. Oh, not 4, 3.
I'm only doing at first level, so 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
That is a 26 to hit.
26.
Yep.
That hits. So, as the ice shatters and the hit goes through, are you doing anything to avoid this curve, or?
Well, apart from the Armor of Agathis' automatic action of dealing cold damage
Yep.
right back to Mortar. No?
Yeah? Okay. So, the two of you get a hit in. As the hit goes through in this moment, what did the two of you do? The hit goes through, the ice shatters, both of you have taken a hit. Which one of you is going to take the loss?
I think with Kirv activating Armor of Agathis, Mortar charging in and basically almost surrendering to what will be. The whole point of the fight was never to simply fight. It was to learn. And I think that as Mortar draws his fist back as he's leapt into the air, about to descend, there's no malice or anything on his face. There's no glee in dealing harm to this person he loves very dearly. It's almost this look of serenity, of just being in this moment in a way that only he and Kirv can be. And I think the memory comes up of their first kiss. I think the memory comes up of all of the times that they've spent going out and doing things. And I think that psychic residue flows from Mortar's memory into his fist. His hand glows purple, lightning crackling off of it as he descends downwards, imbuing his punch with the power of his memory. With Vinny's words echoing in his head, saying about the power of memory after the events with the silver worm inside his head.
Okay.
But I'm happy for this to go either way, because it's not about the fight anymore to Mortar. It's about both of these two people pushing each other to their limits to grow and become closer. In his mind, anyway.
I think whatever the official call is, Kirv's gonna think, oh, it was a draw.
Yes.
Okay. So, as the two of you are standing there in this moment, neither of you making the claim, hollow or solid? Kirv.
Hollow or solid?
You're choosing a dice.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I'm still lost. Oh, are there two types of... I'll go hollow.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Kirv is declared the loser, and Mortar the winner.
Hooray.
As
Whoa.
in this moment, the attendant who seems to be a little put off by what has occurred, the act of one of you broke the rules, the other one gave the other one a chance, and then you went back and did the same thing with the other one. It's like, okay, you two clearly do not want to win. You are not doing this to settle a bet or a score or anything. You're simply having a friendly competition. And so declares Mortar...
You're both trying to lose.
You're both trying to lose. So declares Mortar the winner, and then asks the two of you to vacate the arena. There aren't any claps, except from maybe your party. Carvern's hand goes out to you, Vinny.
I think like Romulus was just yelling, "Come on, put some welly into it." To both of you, to be clear. Like I'm just like, come on.
It's like, yeah, where's the spirit?
Where's the hitting each other?
Yeah, exactly. And where it went to that kind of like, oh, it started out epic, and they were like, okay, cool, they're actually fighting, to a, oh, neither of them want to win, well, there's no point keeping them in the arena anymore. So, with that...
It wasn't even like the... I think that as soon as the counterspell happened, I think that was when the tables turned. Very much in Mortar's mind, he was like, okay, now this feels less about winning fairly. Like, you know, it's not... That part has dissipated. We're going for something else now.
Well, that's what happens when you break the rules.
Yeah, for sure.
As
Look, the rules forbade summoning. They did not forbid character arcs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
as
I think this one is all on the adjudicator.
the person in charge kind of you remove yourselves from the arena, and the individual otherwise puts up a sign which basically says come when the next bout will be, and they otherwise go for a wander off as you return to your group.
Mortar dismisses the shadow that's been lingering around him, almost passing its essence off to Kirv as he returns the Hexblade's curse almost, along with the fires of his shadow. And his hand is still... It's no longer visible, but inside his hand, like, it feels like every single nerve is electric in his hand right now as he just stares down at it, just with like a surprised kind of just smile on his face, like, what the hell was that? And he just looks at Kirv like, did you feel that?
That was fucking incredible. That was so fun.
Right?
To
Oh,
just let loose like that. Oh my gosh.
holy shit. You hit like a fucking tank. God.
You
that's no
are
wonder
one
you beat
sneaky
Romulus
son
with
of a
one punch. That's true. That's factually correct. Oh. Man. Holy shit. Oh, wow.
I think noticing the other party members, Kirv sort of maneuvers over to them with Mortar, saying, "Did you guys see that?"
Surprisingly more tame than I was expecting. Huh. Well done, you two.
No one fights to the death anymore. No.
Well, if you want to
you-
see
you
fights
br-
like that, I know where I can take you.
Is it hell?
When is it not?
That's fair.
I mean, that sounds fun.
No, you both performed admirably. I do think you might have screwed over some people's betting.
That was the idea. Mortar kind of looks at Kirv and Vinny like, I know what was going on, you two.
You do know that match fixing is a crime, right? And obviously, I can't be part of
I'm
it.
just gonna cover his mouth the moment he goes to say match, and like let's not say that word out loud. Let's not say that word out loud.
It was more like match breaking.
Yeah, but it was fun though. And I
that's
didn't
fair.
want
They're gonna have to.
Well, I've certainly seen worse flirting.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to. It didn't feel right, I don't know. Maybe maybe y'all's integrity is rubbing off on me. Don't know if I like it or not.
So that's where it went.
Yeah, I found it
Look,
under my mattress this morning.
I was gonna make a dirty joke, but I can't. I've no brain left.
Sorry.
Well, if you guys will excuse us, I believe there is somewhere we need to be. And Kirv will take Mortar's hand. And
Mortar, kind of confused, look at Kirv before being
Yeah.
dragged off.
yeah, and Kirv will be dragging them back to the inn and to their room. And you know what?
Okay. With a fade to black
Jumping
there.
up and down on the bed, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
With a fade to black at the end of that, as leaving Ellie, Romulus, Vinny, Coven, and Zara otherwise sitting there as they wander off. Some of the party wise to what's going on. Others, like Ellie, completely oblivious. To
For the best.
what their next thing,
For the best.
what they're going to be doing next, as you celebrate the remainder of the day for Wizardcon, going around enjoying some of the music, listening to kind of conversations, people catching up. People are arriving, tents are being set up in one of the fields outside, wizards are otherwise beginning to put up their magnificent mansions, inns are bought out for the most part. You arrived in a good time, as you spend a little bit of time wandering around, milling about with your own thoughts, picking up any last bits that you might need for the end of the first day, before the second day and onwards will commence next session. And I believe we'll begin with the planned event of what Vinny has in mind. So,
Indeed.
with that, for the stream, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Do we have a session next week on the 9th?
I'll be here.
I will be there.
Yeah, I've no reason not to be.
Should be question mark. I should be. Yeah.
I will double check quickly. Just check my work rotor.
My rotor.
My rotor.
Rhoda, I hardly know her.
Oh my god.
I will be there.
All
On
right.
time as well.
Awesome. Okay, we have a full house next week where we'll see what happens. So, for the stream, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye bye.